So it's that time of the year once again on the Jennifer Valentine-Miller Show and also for the church. And we heard earlier from those who still love to serve within the church and why. And what a year it has been, which has tested everyone's character. Work still goes on, if not in the office, it does so magnificently online. During the beginning of the pandemic, the Archbishop of Canterbury conducted his Easter message from his kitchen at home. This December, it might be different from the cathedral, and Christmas, however, will still be online in order to safeguard the public. It is because of Jesus' work to establish the church and his actions and purpose of the church today why it is hard to talk about present-day followers without talking about the church. The church, which is highly organised, owns properties and buildings and vast entities, which we know as the institutional church. Jesus used kingdom rather than church to describe the object of his mission because he was proclaiming the good news of God's kingdom. Jesus sends his followers out to tell about God's kingdom and to heal the sick. Jesus uses the name the church in a central purpose, such as an army or battle, citizens for political proceedings, or the faithful for religious services. It was in Matthew 16:18 when Simon identified Jesus as Christ. Now, many people believe that this verse makes it clear that Jesus established the church at that point with Peter as its leader. Others believe that the verse indicates that the church is founded on the contents of Peter's confession. Jesus requires a new relationship with one another as well. And in Matthew 18:15-17, there is an example of how members of the new community should deal with conflict within the church. Conflict should only become public if the private attempts of reconciliation are exhausted. And it's in the book of Acts that the church takes on an institutional status. Its author, the Apostle Paul, speaks of the church as an organization that acts in concert, as in Acts 8:1-3. The church is persecuted together and prays together in Acts 12. The church has leaders who are called elders. And in 1 Timothy and in the book of Titus, Paul lays down specific qualifications for those who will serve in the leadership positions in the church. The 21st century church is different, with different characteristics around many global denominations. The most important thing is, as Timothy says in the Bible, is Christ and the apostles created church, not of human beings, but of God.